All right, here we go. My first director's commentary. The style of which is admittedly bitten from director extraordinaire David F. Mua. My name's Rez, and this is Faithful. So that right there is Keyz, Anthony James, and one half of production duo Burd Keyz. He actually passed away in 2010, tragically, suddenly, total shock to everyone. And this whole project was really done in his memory and, to continue his legacy. So shouts to Burd for finishing what he had started and would have wanted us to finish. I worked really closely with Burd, putting the whole album together, and I guess this video is kind of like a culmination of a year and a half of work that we put into it. So go check it out. Keys of Life. Google it. So the clip at the beginning is actually in the song, and we wanted to show the genesis of, I guess, the clip, where it came from. That was basically Bird's bedroom. That's where they make beats on their laptop with Fruity Loops. So the video, the track, Lou Breeze, A Game, Jahron be on the hook, and the beat is made by T- and Burd Keyz, of course. And the two actors right there, Kyana Brannigan and Khalid Klein. All these storyline shots shot in the Soho in downtown Toronto. It was a one-day shoot. Crazy, like, long one-day shoot. But big shouts to everyone that was on set. James Hellyer is the DP. And shouts to Rinku DasGupta, who came through as a producer. He actually came through with a broken nose. He had just broken his nose a few days before playing hockey. And the trooper that he is, he still came through. So big thanks to him. The artist shots here were shot at a later date at Ryerson University. So big shouts to RTA, or it's the School of Media, I should say now. And I had already done an edit of the storyline stuff, and we just projected it on the wall, and they just performed in front of it. So kind of a simple concept, but I think it works. It kind of ties them together, but still keeps the artist separate from the storyline. Because I wanted the storyline to kind of be its own thing, you know. So things are kind of getting worse here for Kyana, and at this point, you're kind of like, oh man, this video's going somewhere kind of deeper than I thought it was gonna go. But I don't know, man. It just kind of felt like when I took in this track, I kind of felt it needed that, like, kind of a deeper story to it, you know. I felt like the hook kind of spoke to me as far as the idea of being faithful, and I know the MCs were doing their thing as far as how they interpreted it, and then I wanted the video to be another kind of take on the idea of being faithful. So you kind of have a lot of ideas playing at once here, but I think they kind of come together and work. Shouts to the artists, man. They came through. It was a real hectic, like, quick day, like not enough time at all, and they did a wicked job. Like, all the stuff that you're seeing with the artists is honestly, it's like one take, move on to the next, one take, move on to the next, you know. I mean, that's the kind of thing you got to go through when you don't have a big budget and you're a rookie like me, but you learn as you go, you know what I mean. And I think it came together well. So now, I actually think that I failed actually as a director, because what I wanted to get across was that Khalid's character was actually doubting his involvement in this situation. Like he actually wanted to leave, you know, like this isn't what he signed up for. It was just getting to be too much, you know, that he was actually thinking about quitting, you know. But then, of course, you know, he does the right thing and I guess stays true to his heart and remains faithful. Every person that I've talked to about it, none of them have got that from the story. I mean, they've got that this guy remains faithful to his girl while she is sick, which is great. It's a beautiful story in itself. But yeah, I kind of personally feel like I didn't get across exactly what I wanted. But that being said, I mean, it's still very touching here at the end, you know, where he decides to stay, he decides to remain faithful to his girl and be there for her during this really, really tough time. Anyways, I'm probably being too hard on myself, but those who know me know that I'm like that. It's all good. And like many of the Twitter and Facebook and YouTube comments say, there should be more guys like that in the world. So shouts to Khalid for doing a good job portraying that character. And to Kyana, man, who this was like her first video and probably her first time acting, really. So she killed it. She came on board like last minute, you know, like I'm so grateful that she's a part of it, and she killed it, and she definitely has a bright future ahead of her. So yeah, that's Faithful. The album's called Keys of Life. Rest in peace, Anthony James. Yeah, man, I'm just happy that you're part of it. This whole Keys of Life project was a real labor of love and something that was very important to Burd and also to myself. And, you know, if you watch this, you're part of it. So thank you.